SiriusXM Sports Update.
Former Mariners star Ichiro Suzuki was not a unanimous selection to the Baseball Hall of Fame. By one vote, Ichiro, CC Sabathia, Billy Wagner elected to Cooperstown. Remembering when Ichiro first came over from Japan was former Seattle GM Brad Gillick.
He was a real committed player. He was bound and determined that he was going to make it here in the big leagues.
Gillick spoke with MLB Network Radio on SiriusXM 89. NBA another triple-double for this nugget.
Back over to Westbrook. Westbrook split the defenders. Great pass to him. Michael Porter Jr. won't go. Rebound fought for. Grabbed by Jokic. Goes up. Got it! Quadruple teamed.
Calling the Nuggets Radio Network is heard on SiriusXM. Jokic got that triple-double in just 30 minutes. Denver blasted the Sixers 144-109. Triple-double for LeBron James. Lakers 111-88 over the Wizards. Raptors 109, Magic 93. Knicks beat the Nets 99-95. Blazers top the Heat 116-107. Suns dealt their 2031 first-round pick to the Jazz for 3 first-rounders. College, Tennessee defeated Mississippi State 68-56. Iowa State 108, Central Florida 83. Alabama beat Vandy 103-87. Marquette over Seton Hall 76-59. Ohio State a mild upset of Purdue 73-70. NFL, Khalil Mack says he will play in 2025. Aussie Open, Yannick Sinner a straight sets triumph over Alex de Minaur. NHL, Oilers without the suspended Connor McDavid lost to the Caps 3-2. Canes 2, Stars 1. Panthers beat the Ducks 5-2. Sabres win at Vancouver 3-2. Again in the end, 3 the Lightning 2. Rangers blank the Sens 5-zip. Flyers and OT top the Red Wings 3-2. Preds 7, the Sharks 5. From the SiriusXM newsroom, this is Bob Gallerstein.
If it's happening in sports, it's happening on SiriusXM.
This is the starting lineup on NBA Radio. We're recapping the biggest games of the night.
Head to hard at the elbow. Feeds Anunoby in a two-hand jam. Timeout Nets. And the roof is coming off Barclays Center because of the road crowd.
And doing it like only Frank and Scal can.
Wait, Caitlin Clark is up at Arrowhead Box with Taylor Swift. Caitlin, you don't need to be seen with her. You are bigger than she is. Just stay on your own path.
Well, first of all, she's not bigger than Taylor Swift, number one. Number two, who cares if she goes to the
I
games?
know.
All right, good morning, humans. Morning. Chaos is here. He said, good morning. Why is my lighting not good? Oh, okay, so I got this thing here. Okay. I made it. I want to talk about something today that I personally don't understand. I truly think, well, I know for a fact, the unfortunate road that a lot of men want to take when it comes to fighting a woman in this child support in custody is they don't want to piss the woman off. So they allowed a woman to do whatever she wants to do to them. I see it all the time. The biggest thing that I see as I help men with this, help them, is this hideous perspective and narrative of I don't want to talk in front of the kids. What you're doing, unbeknownst to you, is what I did. I showed my daughter that her mother was boss. That's all I did. Listen, it's all you do when you fight a woman. You don't know it though. All you're doing when you fighting a woman for custody, when you're fighting a woman, all you're doing is showing your fucking children that the mother is the boss. That's all you're doing. You don't realize it. You'll be better off when it's time to go get your child. Walk up to both of them when they say, Daddy, hold on. What do you want to do? You want to keep dragging our family in court? You want to keep telling everybody our business? You want to keep making it seem like I'm a kidnapper? I'm going to molest our children? You going to make it seem like that? Okay, when you want to talk to me, then I'll come and get your child. But other than that, well, I'm not doing this no more. And walk away and don't pick your child up. It'd be the best thing to do. But one thing that you're going to do, unbeknownst to you, is you're going to show your children that the mother is the boss. By you fighting your children in front of their mother, you're showing your children that the woman is the boss. Unbeknownst to you. I know you didn't know that. Now you do. I don't know why I keep doing that. So we're going to talk about that today. So
for this video, I'm making my morning coffee that I meal prepped the other day, so it's already ready. I just reheated it. But today,
people, there's a lot of women out there. I don't know if you notice on YouTube, there's a lot of women out there that live in their cars. You need to go on YouTube and check it out. The best way to charge your power station for free while traveling.
Travel is how I'm going to charge my EcoFlow, because right now the way I charge my EcoFlow is through AC power, and I just have to basically find a plug, and I just run an extension cord out the back window, and I basically plug it into the plug that I found, and that's how I would charge. So that's not really my problem. My problem is that I'm going to be traveling soon, and I do have the PlugShare app as well as Outlet Finder, but those apps only really show you like available car charge.
Hold on. So Negro, please, man, I just hit 10,000 subscribers over there, so that's good stuff. That's exactly what they do. I'm gonna do a live stream again on. I don't know if I'm saying again. I don't know if I really did one. Do a live stream on Friends. Go through the morning routine. My beats. Let me put these back in where they belong. All right. All right, so two things. What's going on, Insatiable? Mike is here. Chaos is in this mother. Mr. Martin says, what's going on, big nugget head? Damn, that head is a nugget. Damn, all of y'all. I'm sure all of y'all got up this morning and farted just like me. I farted. Sure y'all just got up. I'm sure y'all did. Trying to front like y'all got like a fart proof asshole. And what? Come on, man, stop. I cracked myself out. All right. All right. So let's get it on. First I'm gonna tell y'all where the origins of this conversation is coming from. I often feel the need. I often realize that a lot of times I need to tell y'all where the origins of the conversation is coming from because I think about a lot of things not from the perspective of resentment but happiness. So let me say that again. I think about a lot of stuff that I went through, not from the perspective of, I said resentment. Let me switch resentment to bitterness. But I have resentment. I do. From the perspective of, if they come around to try and re-engage in me, it's not nothing other than the fact that you did me wrong. So I can't deal with you. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, but I am not, under circumstances zero, I am not at all interested in anybody that just, listen, I'm going to tell you guys something. When you get old, you change. When you hit your 50s, and when I hit 55, things change. It's almost like you get anointed the wisdom of understanding. You don't get this while you're young. When you get older, and I think what happened to me was I went through all the stages of success, so I'm not trying to recoup. I'm not trying to catch up. I am in my proper elements of maturity. I am not interested at all in any. Okay, I understand things different now. So as you get older, when you're younger and you fall in love, you don't fall in love for all the things that you should. This is why you don't realize that loving a woman that is from a broken home means you have a broken woman. Trying to love a woman that didn't have a dad in her life, she's not going to respect you at all. So you don't know these things and understand these things. It's not until you get older. It's not until you get older you're going to see the values that you should have been looking for, or you didn't know about, or you're going to now invoke values. Let's just say it that way. You're going to now invoke values in your search, et cetera, et cetera. I am at the point right now, and the Insatiable said, you're right, I'm in my 50s. I'm at the point right now that I don't hate nobody, because I want to be clear when I say this. There's only one person I know that has a better life than me. And he's a millionaire about 4 times over. There is not one person I know other than that dude, and all of my mentors got more money than me. All of my mentors. Al, AJ, and computers on Bloomfield, Broad Street, and Al AJ and Computers on Bloomfield in Bloomfield, New Jersey. That's my man. He got a couple of millions on me. Jim Jefferson Cafe, 2 locations, Day Street in Orange, New Jersey, and another location on Maplewood Avenue in Montclair, New Jersey. Those are my mentors. Those are my mans. Those are my I call Mr. Jefferson. I call him Pops. Those individuals are like I can come there with all my stuff on the table, and they'll be like, and have servants bring. Every servant have 20 times more than I put on the table. They have it. And the difference between them and me, they're married. All right. So that's what it gets down to. What's going on? D. Corey says Orange is in the building. Yeah, man. Get on over there to Jefferson's Cafe on and over there in Orange on Day Street. Go check them out. Tell them Chris sent you. But I realized that all the people that I had in my life that I tried to love, they couldn't hold. It's almost like people only want the trash class that they're in. So I look at a lot of things now and I say, anybody that comes back to me now is going to straight run into resentment. I know individuals that did nothing but treat women like trash and got everything that woman was trying to do. Me personally, and I'm going to talk about this tomorrow. Me personally, I will never, and I mean, I will never have a woman, as long as I do this business that I do here, I will never have a woman. I will never have a woman of color. I will never. What my mom showed me and my daughter showed me is what how all black women think of me. And this is why I think black women are the trashiest individuals on this planet. I just think they are the dumbest people on this planet. I think that the worst thing that a black woman can have is friends, because all these women that I tried to have in my life got to see and deal with me firsthand, got to see how I treated them, and said, but you talk about black women like this. I never treated any of them like that. I never said that. They can't substantiate the difference. For that, even my ex-girlfriend, we talk now. Appreciate that, Insatiable. He says, y'all hit the like button. Even for that, my ex-girlfriend that we talk now, I had a long talk with myself last night, and I was like, nope, she did too much to show me she not going to support me. She did too much. She did too much to show me. I've seen other individuals get 100% commitment and submission from their woman. I've never gotten that. And that, honestly, y'all, that right there makes me feel so good that I have and feel the way I feel now when it comes to dating these women. I use that more than anything. And it leads me to one thing y'all got to understand. If you are, so today I'm talking about your kids see your mom treating you like trash and you should fire back. So here's the balance to that. A lot of you guys So let me explain to y'all this about a woman, and let me explain to y'all this about women, and then you'll get the gist of what I'm saying. Taylor says getting older is like able to see everything in a molecular level, while having the willpower to set up upon it with authority. Very well said. Very well said. You know, the one thing that I talked to my ex-girlfriend, she's 40, I'm 56. And I'm like, you just don't see it now. And it is not my job to collide with any lessons you may have. So, but that is so true. So I'm gonna say this about women. What y'all got to understand about women is women want to be your authority. As long as they think you are attracted to women, women will assume to be your authority. A woman will assume she is to control you. A woman will assume that she is to everything that you try and be. Nope. A woman will say, there's just no way you could be any of those things on your own. There's no way you could just be those without me being in charge of you to be that. All right? So a woman's perspective is she is in charge of you. She is your authority. You want pussy. This is why she say, and women think things like, you're going to sleep on the couch tonight. You're going to do this. You never, ever heard a man say, you're going to sleep on the couch tonight. You never, ever heard a man say, I'm not giving you none. You never heard these things. But these women, they regurgitate these perspectives and narratives like they have the power to say these things. And a man is to sit there and say, oh, but I love you, but I need you. Hold on a second. I'm going to plug this phone up, get ahead of it just in case this thing thinks it's going to shut off. I'm going to go ahead and it's down to 25%. So I'm jump on that now. So what I was saying, women think that they are your authority. A woman thinks that you like I said, she thinks that she is sitting there going like this as your chest expand and contract. She is controlling that. A woman thinks that she's going like this and you blink, and every time you blink in her mind, she's going like that. Every time you speak, she thinks she's moving your mouth. A woman thinks these things. You cannot get a woman. Listen, if you ain't jumping in your woman's as every time she says something, and then let her get mad. I can't say nothing around you. This and all that. Don't even argue that. When she say I can't say nothing around you, just look at her like, okay, long as you know that. You can't say nothing around me, because all the things that you want to say is trash. Every woman that I've ever dated tried to put me up under that context of I'm the boss. They all tried to put me under that context of it's all about me. They could have been renting. I have a house. They could have not had a car. I got 5 cars. It don't matter. When you are with a woman, one day you're going to wake up and realize that the perspective and the construct of power is all about her. She is the authority. That's what a woman thinks. Now, this amplifies when you put a baby in her. Let me say that again. This amplifies when you put a baby in her. All right? Now, when you put a baby in her, now all of a sudden, the baby is now under that shell too of the authority. This is mine. You know, you know, they only assess things from the perspective of dire, being a damsel. They only assess things. Women, you heard of the terminology, a damsel in distress? Women only assess things when it's danger, when it's broken down. They could assess it then. They assess it in real time. If they go outside and their car got a flat, they will know right there at that moment their tire is flat. But they don't assess nothing else like that. They assess everything at, oh, it's mine, blah, 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 blah. Long as it's and then soon as the bottom fall out, now you can come and step in and it could be yours. This perspective and narrative transfers to the baby, the children. This perspective and narrative transfers to the children. And the unfortunate narrative of what a lot of you guys don't know, don't see, is what I'm telling you. You allow yourself to be spoke to like trash. You allow your listen, if you're with a woman, if you are with your child's mom, right? You with your child's mom, right? Y'all together. You with your child's mom and y'all together. And that woman is in front of the child and threaten you and say, I'm gonna take you to court. How you respond to that right then and there in front of that child will determine if your child look at you like their hero or their wetback. Let me explain something to y'all. I told y'all many a times, I'm 6 years old. I'm working with my dad in New York City. My dad is telling me, take this box to that building right there. Hey, listen, when you come back, we'll be coming around. Well, there was times when the freight elevator was closed. My dad running up in there, yo, I got to make the delivery. I see my dad arguing with somebody. This is the 70s and the 80s. I see my dad arguing with somebody. I've never, and I mean never, seen somebody stand up to my dad. When I look at how I responded to Atia LaShawn Bradley and how I allowed my daughter to see me be questioned, I allowed my daughter to see me be challenged, I allowed my daughter to see me be threatened, oh yeah, I'm gonna take you to court. That is why ultimately my daughter betrayed me, because I showed my daughter that things that I've never seen happen to my dad. I've never seen happen to my dad. And when you show your children that you can be questioned by their mother, you need to show that when that woman say, I'm gonna take you to court, you turn around and say, the moment you take me to court, you'll never see me again until that court case is resolved and over with. You will never see me in court. I will give you your little crumbs you call child support, and you'll never see me again. And you better let the child hear. So that child will know when daddy don't come around no more, it'll be burned in their head what you said to their damn mother. Anything other than that, you're a failure. You know why? Because with all the success I got, the houses that I own, the people that I employ, the cars that I got, when it comes to being a father, I failed. Just because I didn't do that. I failed. And that's what you got to know. You got to know that. You got to know that. You boy, if you don't know nothing else, you better know that. All you men running around here fighting your child's mom, all you men running around here, oh, I'm going to go to court, this and that. Or every time I go get the child, she say something to me. Every time she say something to your child, you curse that child. You curse her out. Anything other than that, you're a failure. Anything other than that. Ask me how I know. 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 There's no narrative, and I mean no narrative, when, listen, Let me ask you a question. Do you, every time you see a snake, do you respond the same? Upon looking at a snake and realizing that it may be a poisonous snake or a garden snake, don't every time you see a snake, you respond? Every time you see a snake, oh, okay. You don't just look at a snake and go, oh, a snake. You don't do that. You don't do that. Every time you see a snake, you respond, right? That's what you need to do every time you're being challenged by your child's mom in front of your children. And that's why, and dig this, the kids know. They know. They know. They know. They know. A lot of y'all run around here and act as if you're being inconspicuous in front of your children. My man KD says, you're right, bro. A lot of y'all think y'all being inconspicuous. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about a child. Let me tell you something about a child. I have a dog, and all the people that own dogs will attest to this. You can be sitting in your house. Your dog can be in another room. If you even think about leaving the house, your dog will pop up. If you got a pack of cookies on, I'm sitting at a desk right now. If I had a pack of cookies at that desk, and the second I thought about opening up them cookies, my dog would pop up. Children are the exact same way. They're wired to their parents. They're wired. They're mentally in sync to their parents. So you think, a woman thinks she's sitting down at the table playing with the kid. Mommy, mommy, yes. Read that letter. You got today at 3 o'clock. You getting evicted. Her whole demeanor change. Her kid be like, "What the matter, mommy?" She'd be like, "Nothing. Mommy gonna go and mommy got to do the laundry. Go in your room and play." The kid will go in his room and play. That woman will go in her room. That kid will come back in the kitchen and look and see that letter. That kid will look and say, "My mom's demeanor changed when she looked at that letter." That's how children are. I remember one time, I was with my daughter. She was probably 2 years old, two and a half years old. And we came from around the back of the house and there was a dog loose. And I grabbed my daughter, and the second I grabbed her, she looked at me and started crying. She assumed the worriedness that I had. It was a pit bull loose. Just running around the street. I looked at the dog, I was like, oh, snap. I grabbed my daughter and I pushed her back and she started crying. She instantly absorbed my worriedness. So when you and the child's mom is fighting, the children are wired to that. They're wired to that. They're wired to that. You ain't getting around it. They're wired to it. KD, you work on a 1099 or a 1040? KD says, I still need that one-on-one. I've just been busy driving trucks to pay my baby mama. He said pay the terrorists the child support. No, I get it. Like I was saying, a lot of you don't understand that. Take it from me. Take it from me. Learn from me. They say a smart man learns from his mistakes. A wise man learns from others. Company driver, okay. Learn from me. Learn from me. Please allow me to be your guinea pig. Please. I beggeth of you. I beggeth of you. Please allow me to be your guinea pig. Your children are wired to you. Like I said, I came out of my alley was this wide because the house was that close next to me, and my daughter and I was walking out of the house, from the backyard around to the front, and I seen a pit bull loose. I grabbed my daughter like, oh, sweat. As soon as I touched her and pushed her back a little bit, she started crying because she absorbed my fear. She absorbed it. When that kid is playing with the mama and she picks up and reads a letter and it says you're getting evicted and her demeanor changed, that kid will say, I gotta see what's on that letter. Because the second my mama read that letter, my mommy read that, her demeanor changed. Kids are wired to their parents. They're wired to their parents. When y'all fight, this is what they're doing. You don't realize this, but when you and your child's mom fight, because the child is wired to both of you, they're trying to see who's the dominant winner. They're trying to see who's going to win. And whoever wins, they know that's the parent I better respect or I get footsteps. Like I said, I've never, ever, ever seen nobody defeat my dad. This is why in 2019, when my mom said all that nonsense that she said to me, it was nice knowing you. You can get gone. Because I'm going to respond to things like my deity. Yeah, I am. I'm going to respond to things like my daddy. But when the child is watching the mother and the father fight, they're trying to decide who's the most powerful one, who's the dominant parent. Don't show your child that. Don't ever discuss nothing in front of your child's mom. You better talk with authority. What did I say? All right, listen. Go down there if you want to. You'll never see me again. And walk away. Nah, it's not a conversation. The one thing that I've said to 1,000 women 1,000 times is, it's not a conversation. I said what I said. This is not a conversation. Learn to adapt that when you're talking to these women. You make your statement. Your statement is where you draw on a line. And it's unfortunate, more times than not, that when you're speaking to women, it's always from the perspective of you drawing a line. Go down there and let me get a letter in the mail concerning custody. I'm gonna come to court and I'm gonna put the letter on the counter and I'm gonna leave it there and I'm walking out of the courtroom. Watch it happen. That's it. That's it. That's it. The worst thing you could do, go back and forth with a woman in front of the child. Worst thing. Worst thing. Ask me how I know. This is why when my daughter started disrespecting me, she was so comfortable with doing it. I never disrespect my dad. But when your children decide to cash you in, disrespect you, throw you under the table, whatever you want to call it, when your children decide to do that, you already lost. You already lost. Stop negotiating the terms of your demise in front of your children. If you Know anybody going through this? Send them this video. I ain't never asked y'all to do that before. Send them this video. Learn from me. Please, I beg you. Learn from me. I'll catch you guys on the next one.